As Christians, we constantly talk about and wait for the second coming of Christ. But did you ever catch yourself thinking about that day? Imagining what amazing sights your eyes will see on that amazing day. One of these days I was driving and I looked up to the skies and I couldn't help but imagine that amazing day. And my mind raced through the earthquakes, tsunamis, thunder and lightning, Jesus in the cloud, resurrection, and our trip up to heaven. But I longed in the moment that preceded our entry into the New Jerusalem. And in my limited mind, I imagined that at that time, a line starts to form as Jesus is standing at the gates ready to welcome all of us one by one to this city. And as Jesus starts to welcome all of us, He gives each one of us that crown with inscription, Holy is the Lamb. And He gives us a new name. And as the line starts to move, I realize that I'm getting closer and closer to the gates. And as I'm getting closer and closer to the gates, I realize that I'm getting closer and closer to Jesus. And at that moment, I couldn't help but imagine when I finally have Jesus right before me, when I have His face right in front of mine. Am I going to dance around, or am I just going to stare at Him in complete awe? Am I going to sing hallelujah, or am I not going to be able to say a word? I don't know what I'm going to do. Do you know what you're going to do when it's your turn in that line? When you have Jesus right in front of you, what are you going to do? I don't know, and I can only imagine. But there's one thing that I can't imagine, and that is not to be there on that day.
I can only imagine what it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or enough you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine when that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun. I can only imagine when all I will do is forever worship you. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Enough you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. Oh, I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or enough is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine